we're here today at Looking for Heroes. We are the Basement Convention. I'm Jeff. This is Brad.
And today we are kicking off our Out of the Basement segment, so we figured we're going to be doing a tour of geek stores all across Ontario, you know, game stores, comic stores, things like that. And obviously we got to kick it off with our local pickup spot every week, right? So we figure we'll do a quick tour around and show you what it's all about.
Let's do this.
Let's do it! So here we've got Jacob. He's actually the Prince of Comics, as you would say. He's the son of the owner of the shop and is actually currently the manager of the shop. So Jacob, the store's been around for quite a while, right?
Yep.
How long has it been in town?
It's been in town for just about 26 years. It'll be 26 years this coming September. We'll be doing our anniversary sale like every year. Starts the 2nd of September.
Amazing, amazing.
And yeah, 26 years. My dad's run it the entire time.
So because you guys have been here almost 26 years at this point, you guys definitely have your regular customers coming in, right?
Yeah.
What would you say are some of the more common things that your regular customers come in for? Like, is it more comics, or do you find that a lot of people are coming in for figures, trading card games, like?
Definitely comic books. Comic books are our end-all number one. With the reserve system that we do in here, we do weekly pull lists for our regular customers, and that's definitely our number one. New comics are number one. Graphic novels, when we opened, weren't even a thing. Now they are probably number two.
Awesome. So above all else, what do you think makes you guys, you know, stand apart from other comic shops?
For us, I'd definitely say our subscription service that we do for free, pulling books on a weekly basis, definitely draws a lot of people in. With the subscription, depending on your book count, you'll get discounts with it. Draws people in as well. We do free bags and boards with all new comics, keeps them safe, archival. We do back issues, old comics, new comics. We'll order anything that you need for you. We keep the store clean, bright, and we're a friendly bunch in here. So
yeah, I could definitely agree to that for sure. All right, well, if you guys are in town and you are local looking for a place to get your new pulls, you know, definitely pop in and, you know, maybe grab yourself a pull bin for the week. Being that you guys have owned this shop for almost 26 years now, what would you say is one of your favorite memories of, you know, kind of growing up in the stores here?
Well, one of my favorite memories, there's a lot to pick from, would be definitely just growing up in the store, being able to play around with all the comics, read whatever you wanted, being able to run around underneath the bins, and even going as far as sleeping in the window when I was 3 and 4 years old. So it was it's a lot of fun growing up in a comic book shop. Not very many people get the opportunity to, but it's definitely a cool lifestyle.
I can definitely say I am jealous. All right, so you mentioned the anniversary sale. Now, could you tell us a little bit more about that? Like, what do you guys typically do for that?
The anniversary sale, we do pretty well everything in stock is on sale. It ranges from 15 to 25, even 50% off in a lot of cases. But we do graphic novels, back issue comics, action figures, statues, sports cards, magic cards, pretty well all of the stock. Supplies, comic supplies, all pretty well out. Everything goes on sale for that week.
That's crazy. And you said that's in September, right?
Yeah, always the first week of September. The store opens September 5th, so we always do a week-long sale for the anniversary and go from there.
Excellent. So if you guys are in town around that same time, make sure to pop in here and take a look and, you know, probably buy some stuff that you shouldn't or should. I'm not going to judge. So I know you guys do an event called the Drink and Draw every week. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, it's actually something that our in-house comic book artist, Richard Zajac, has started up. We do it at Bobby O'Brien's on King Street every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. There's a table there that's held every week. A bunch of drawers go. You can drink some beers, have some chicken wings, and work on your art styles. So
that's amazing.
It's open for anybody, so you're welcome to come down.
Awesome, awesome. So if you're a big fan of drinking, drawing, or a bit of both, pop out and check that out as well. That happens every Wednesday, you said, right?
Yeah, Wednesday, 6 o'clock.
Every Wednesday, perfect. So check that out for sure. So this Colossus here is actually something that they've gotten in stock about a couple of weeks ago, and honestly I'm surprised that I haven't bought it yet, but I mean, look at that thing, it's beautiful.
So our first stop every time we come to Looking for Heroes is this beautiful cabinet right here. It's filled with all the toys that I always want to buy. And then this whole front section is basically trap. So then you come over here and you have all the Kotobukiya toys. So I already own most of these already here, like the She-Hulk and the Jury, and pretty much all the other Street Fighter lines. It's just one of those addicting things. Figures are what I have to buy all the time. So Jacob's going to show us around the store. I mean, we don't really need it ourselves, but for your guys' sake, I think this will be good.
So right now we're standing in the toy section of the store. For the most part, we keep all of the new releases, statues right on the main shelf here. And we keep everything on the wall behind me pretty well organized. We've got our Living Dead dolls, more of our horror section here, Walking Dead, your creepy kind of toys. Shifts over into the DC. So we've got our full line of DC toys, all your Justice League, Batmans, Wonder Womans, Supermans. Goes into your Hero Clicks as well. And then we've got all of our Marvel toys leading over here. So your Marvel Selects, which is one of the top lines for action figures, gets all your Spider-Man, Avengers, all your main Marvel guys. And then
awesome.
We go into supplies. We've got our kids rack here, which we are always expanding. So for all of your young readers, we've got pretty well everything you need. Your My Little Pony, Adventure Time, Simpsons comics, even your Web Warrior, Spider-Mans, and more younger reader geared stuff. Your card supplies for all the sports cards, gaming cards we do, which there is a lot of them. We do t-shirts as well, all your mainline superhero stuff. We can order anything in too, so if you're looking for any Batman, Spider-Man stuff, it's always in.
And they are really nicely printed. I've gotten quite a few of the shirts myself. You know, here's one of them. I think that's quite good. I don't know, but you guys let me know, but I think they're pretty good.
As we get further into the store, we get into our comic section. We keep everything sorted by publisher and alphabetically when it comes to Marvel DC. So right now we've got the Secret Wars coming out, and we have everything Secret Wars right now. So some of the titles have sold out, but everything's right here. We get into our regular Marvel U, which they will be renumbering, so a lot of this will be changed by the time you guys come in.
Of course, when aren't they changing something, right?
Yeah, with Marvel, it's every week it seems.
Yeah.
But we keep all our Marvel stuff. The shelf has about a 6-month lifespan, so anything that comes out new comics will be on for about half a year, and then it gets cycled into our back issues, which we do fairly heavily as well. So as you go down the aisle, you get into DC. The shelves do get changed around as well, so if you come in, DC might be at the front some days and in the back the others. We've got our Vertigo section. The center island here is all our graphic novels. We stock them fairly heavily. If you do need anything in, we can get it in again. The back of the store here is where we do all of the reserves, so any pull list for any weekly list, any new comics, we've got over 250 people that we do weekly reserves for, and we can always take on more. And we'll go through the other side of the store now. This is where we keep all the independent issues, so all of your Dynamite, Image, Dark Horse, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other publishers I'm missing out too, so don't forget them.
I think they'll understand.
Yep. So yeah, we keep all of our action heroes, so your G.I. Joe Transformers stuff, your sci-fi, that'll get into your Saga, all your good trades. We keep all of our back issues in the drawers down here. And these are all alphabetized, so we've got pretty well anything that you would need from the last 25 years for back issues, and we have a guy that specifically does them as well. So when we get to the front of the store, get to our magic case. We've got new singles going in and out of the case every day. I have you do magic fairly heavily. English, non, or foreign magic. Singles we do. We've got binders and binders of stuff. It's a sealed product as well.
It's a really bad addiction.
As you get behind the counter here, you'll see we do hockey cards, sports cards as well. These are all the magic binders that we were talking about. That's pretty well circle.
That's good.
Okay, cool.
All right, I got Vic here. He also works at Looking for Heroes, and we're just gonna ask him a few questions. So, what is your favorite thing about working at the comic book store?
Mostly I like that there's new stuff every week. You can come in every week and there's 80 new comic books, there's new products every day. It's, you know, there's always something new.
That's true. I mean, I'm in here every couple days, and there's always something new to play around with, which is amazing, right? It's gotta be one of the good wonders of working at a comic book store. And how long have you worked here?
I've been here recently for about 2 years now. I was with the company about 10 years ago for about 10 years. But then I left for some other work, and then I came back because it was just so awesome to be here that I had to come back.
You couldn't leave it behind, right?
No,
you
no,
just
exactly.
can't do that.
Nope.
You can't do that. So obviously working in a comic book shop, you have to have favorite things that you love to collect or always buy. So what are those main things that you purchase?
The main things that I purchase, the magic cards is probably my biggest thing. I also deal with some of the anime style cards, so Vanguard, Vibe Sports, Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that. Comic wise, I read the sci-fi stuff. I don't really read superhero stuff, so I read like Star Wars, X-Files, Saga, that sort of stuff.
That's awesome.
So I've got Adam and Sam here. They're actually all the way over here from the UK, and they've just popped in. This is their first time in the store, right, guys?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So just kind of walking and getting your first impression of the shop. What do you think? Like, what's kind of standing out to you?
Oh, it's the amount of comics, fantastic.
Yeah.
General overwhelming with the amount of stuff compared to what we generally see in the UK.
Yeah. Is it a bit bigger than what you guys would usually see in the UK, or?
Yeah. Normally they're a bit more out the way.
Oh, yeah?
So we don't see often as many comic book stores, and especially not the variety we get here.
Oh, perfect.
Not
Yes.
a small convenience store sort of setup.
Perfect. Yeah. What do you say you guys would most often flow towards, like in terms of publisher or superhero or anything? Like, do you guys have a favorite at all?
I'm more of a figurine person, and I like to look for Batman and DC kind of figurines.
Awesome.
And new.
Batman and Deadpool.
Batman and Deadpool. Good combination. Very good combination. Perfect.
All right, we got Caesar here, and he's a regular at the comic book shop. He also has one of the back bins. What brings you to the store normally?
New comics every week.
Those new comics always you bring in, eh? And
I've been coming here 21 years now, and just the service, these guys have always been awesome. Always been really cool with me holding on to stuff here. So.
It's a wonderful service, right?
Oh yeah.
And what are your main things that you pull there?
I've been reading a lot of Spawn lately, trying to collect some back issues, like the shirt. Batman, a lot of DC, Marvel.
Awesome.